Hello, my name is George Moore, owner of Moore's Sewing Center in Southern California, and I'm excited to start our event. We're actually one of the first dealers across the country that DJ Anderson chose to do an event, and we scheduled two face-to-face events, one tomorrow and one the next day. And the response has been so overwhelming that we decided to do a virtual event. And so, first of all, I want to introduce DJ Anderson. DJ, how are you this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm happy to be here.
I'm
It's a
thrilled to
lovely
have you.
facility.
I'm thrilled to have you here. And a little about DJ Anderson. So I've been working with the R&K company and the Floriani software since the beginning. And I've always seen DJ-U there, okay? From the ground level,
Yeah.
you were in part of the development of a feature called Save to Sew. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Save to Sew.
Okay. So Save to Sew is my favorite feature on Floriani. And so the point about this is that if you're watching here tonight, odds have it you have an embroidery machine. Are you thinking about embroidery? I mean, that's a pretty safe bet, right?
Yeah.
But there's a flaw in every single embroidery machine out there. And some of you, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, George, you sold me a flawed machine? What's the flaw, DJ?
Well, I would have to say the design. The design is
The design is
flaw.
okay. So now, if you digitize designs out there, don't get freaked out. We're not saying you digitize bad designs, right? We're not saying that.
No, not at all.
So the big thing about embroidery designs is that if a design, there's some professional digitizers out there, they have no idea what fabric they're going to digitize it for. So they make it average. And so it's not designed specifically for that fabric. So DJ, if a person was to bring a t-shirt and a design or a logo to you, would you make it average?
Oh no, not at all. Because if you try to make it an average design that tries to work for everything, you'll run into issues.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do, can you show a little bit about Save to Sew? So this is on Floriani FTC-U. It's a feature called Save to Sew. Can you show that?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Let's go
I'd
ahead
love
and
to.
switch to his monitor. Thank you.
Well, Save to Sew is an amazing tool because it's going to help you get the results that you need with your machine when you stitch out the design. So in the software, we just have this button called Save to Sew. You click on it. And what you do at this point is you choose the type of fabric that you're going to stitch the design on, because that's very important that you pick the right one. So I'm just going through. You can see there's a big list here of different options. And let's just say, what do we want to do it on?
T-shirt. Let's do a T-shirt.
Okay.
Because that to me is one of the most difficult.
Yes. So let me get the knit T-shirt here.
My goodness, you have basically every type of fabric you can think of.
It does. It has all these different types of fabrics, and you choose the type that you're going to be stitching on. And one of the great things about the Save to Sew is that it will take the design and it will adjust it for the right density, the right underlay, as you can see on the screen, the amount of pull compensation, and other settings for a design that will make a difference for it to be stitched on that product.
Okay.
So once you do that, the other really nice thing about it is it's going to tell you exactly how to properly stabilize the design.
Okay.
So when you can see up here is it's going to recommend the first step is what you want to do with the cutaway fusible and hoop it and use your topper.
Now, I will tell you that is still the biggest mystery that I have is understanding stabilizer.
It is for most people. And the reason is because we often, get confused with, do I use a cutaway at this time? Do I use a tearaway? Should I use a fusible or not? And that's what we try to do with this feature is say, hey, if you want to have success on that fabric, this is the stabilizer that's going to help you get the results you want.
Okay. So now I know on the screen it shows videos. Don't click there because we don't know what happens when we're doing a live broadcast. But so where you see the symbol of the YouTube video, the YouTube symbol, it will launch to a video that specifically design for the product. So if it's recommending a certain stabilizer, it will go right to that YouTube video, which is really a cool thing because I tell, working with different staff members and everything, I say they have it easy. There's so much information out there, but you just got to find it. And this goes right to it, which is really cool.
Yeah, and it also, there's a product link too.
Okay.
So if you want to learn more about the product in general, you can click on that.
Okay. So you had mentioned kind of the threefold features of embroidery.
I call it the 3 components of embroidery.
Where I've never heard that before. Where is that something that you've come up with, or is that?
Yeah, it was something that, just in teaching and, like trying to think of how can you best explain how everything works together.
Okay.
And
so we talked about the design, because design is one of them, right?
Yep.
Stabilizer.
Okay. And then what's the fabric?
The fabric. Okay. So what does this do next? So let's go to the computer screen.
After you get your stabilization where it needs to be, you click finish and it will actually modify the design. Now, you probably didn't see anything on the screen, but I'm going to point out a couple things to you. So first of all, if I take this out of a 3D view so we can kind of see the stitches a little bit, if I hit undo really quick, by hitting undo, you probably saw things change here. Let me reapply everything, and you can see that the stitches change.
So it actually, it looks like it reduced the density.
Yes.
Because it brought it out.
Yes, it can do a number of things. It can, depending on the fabric. So that's the nice thing, is sometimes you need to reduce the density. Sometimes you just need more underlay. And so
that's like that's like the structure of the design, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how do people know about this? I mean, is there some type of education source out there?
Yeah, it's something that I've spent a lot of time teaching. Like, I have a whole section on it in my master class, and talking about it, showing people how to use it, what it does, how it works, going into more depth on the inner workings of it.
So once you've saved this, let's go back to the screen here. You saved the turtle. Okay. And you put it in your machine. We happen to have a couple samples of before and after. So let's show the bad turtle. So we'll switch to that here. Okay. So this is on the t-shirt knit. By the way, this design was professionally digitized. It was a great design, but this is the way the average setting was. And I can see on that screen, it's wrinkly. And what's going to happen, you wash it again and wash it again, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. How many of us had great intention with our embroidery, and this is the results? Okay. And that's any machine. I don't care what machine. I happen to know, because we stitched this out. It was on a very high-end machine. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it wasn't the machine's fault. It was the embroidery, the design. Now, let's look at the good turtle. Okay, so the good turtle, look at that. Okay, so it's designed, it's flat. Now, first of all, the Save to Sew education showed us to use the right stabilizer. That's a big part, right? That's one of the
really big parts of it.
But it changed the density. It changed the the underlay. Okay.
Underlay stitches, stitch lengths sometimes. It affects a number of just key settings for stitches.
Okay. So now let me ask you this, DJ. This feature, wouldn't this improve embroidery? Just this one feature?
Oh yeah. This is the feature that everybody needs that does embroidery.
So I've said this to many groups. If you want to improve your embroidery, you have a top model machine, or you want to make an investment in your hobby, your passion, this one feature is why you would buy FTC-U. But there's so many other features. So now, one of the things I've always loved is lettering. Does this do lettering and editing and things like that?
Yes, it has a number of really good lettering features.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I'll show you this I just brought up. This is something I have in my FTC-U masterclass that I use to kind of show a little bit about text. So in the software, you have a number of tools. You have a regular text tool. You can see them up here, a circle text like this, vertical text, monogramming. You can do text that follows a path. And of course, true type text, which is working where you can convert it to a bunch of different things. So with text, you have a lot of features. So you can do all of your editing, you can change it. You have well over 140 different fonts.
Hold on. And those are all pre-digitized. That means that
Yes. So they're designed to run ready to go.
Okay. So you mentioned TrueType. Now, for those who don't know what TrueType fonts, that's basically what your printer uses to print.
Yeah, or like Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those fonts.
Those are all TrueType fonts.
So you almost have endless fonts.
You really do. Yes.
All right. So, and I can see all the different shapes and everything. I even see the fact you have a decorative, like a monogram with the little.
Yeah. So a lot of the monograms come with some decorative elements, so they're just built into it. So you can pick the letters you want, and you can choose the different type of decor item that you want to use to kind of go around that monogram.
So now, one of the things in working with Floriani, I hear the different educators talk about one-click wonders. What is this one-click wonder?
Yeah, so the one-click wonders, it really is amazing. And the reason that it's so important is it takes and does all the hard work for you, right? And that's the thing, is like, you want to make something really easy. Well, I have like these shapes up here just to really quickly show you. I can take any of these. These are just artwork, and I can convert it to a regular fill stitch. I can take it and convert it to like maybe a fancy fill that has hundreds of different patterns. I can do a motif pattern with it. One of the things that I love and that's really hard for a lot of people to do is doing gradients, like color blends and gradients. And so it has these tools built in, to do things like that, and wave fills, you name it. There's a number of different, things that you can just select it and click a button.
Okay. All right. Now, you had showed me some other samples. There was that one with the, I think it was the lace.
Yeah.
That was really cool. So bring that up here.
Yeah. So, and this is one of the things, if I can just say really quick, one of the things we really focus on in the Floriani software is building in techniques.
Okay.
And making it easy for people to do techniques like lace.
Okay. So lace, I've worked with a lot of digitizers. Okay. And some of them, they went to school on making lace. In fact, Walter, his fifth generation, Walter's unfortunately passed away, but his education that he had with the lace comes from 5 generations.
Oh yeah. And so, you get some of that in the software, like that expertise, those generations of knowledge on it. And that's what we always strive to do, is to get everything that we possibly could out of Walter's, vast knowledge from the generations of it being passed down.
So you can either go and learn how to digitize manually, or you can use one-click wonders.
Exactly. Okay. So like this, this is just like a simple design here. And all I have is just one piece of artwork. This is just a really simple thing. And I can come down here to the bottom and just click auto lace. And the beautiful thing about something like this is that it's going to give you everything that you need to make this a freestanding lace. It's creating all of these things for you to make it work as freestanding lace.
So even if I learned how to do that once, if I didn't do that right away, I mean, if I manually did it, I couldn't remember. This does it with one click.
Doing it manually, you would have to do this a lot. You would forget the different elements and properties and settings you would have to use. So having a one-click wonder is is pretty amazing.
Well, okay, now I'm going to mention a word that I've said this before in groups, and all of a sudden half the people they leave. What is that word?
Digitize?
Digitizing. Okay, you freak out when I say the word digitizing because it's like, oh, that's so complicated. Show me what this does, please.
Okay, so what I've shown already is a lot of those one-click wonders, right? So this is like a easy way of digitizing. So it's just taking something and converting it. But you also have all of the tools that you need to manually digitize something. So if you wanted to create, like a run stitch you have all these tools. You can see them right here, like a run stitch, a satin stitch, and you just literally select them and just click on your screen and create the different shapes. That's just a simple run stitch.
So all these tools on the top, you select the shape and it will turn into a satin stitch, run stitch, a bean stitch, which is a triple stitch. So all those things are tools for you to be a master digitizer. Now I told you I might throw a curve, auto digitizing.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I want to take an image and I want to turn it into.
Yeah. So auto digitizing, basically, really quickly, it creates these outlines and then it converts those to stitches. So if we go to the auto digitizing wizard and I just come in and I select just an image here.
Okay.
Let me find I like to use this little guy right here.
So good. Now, real quickly, the next step, let's stop. So you're going to do next.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I like about this, and I hate stealing your thunder, but this is my virtual live, even though it has you.
It's totally fine.
This was a JPEG image. What did it do to this?
So what it does to it is it takes it and it reads it and it builds these outlines and it takes those and fills them with stitches.
Okay, so basically it vectorizes
it vectorizes and then converts that over into stitches.
So the benefit of that, that is that where a JPEG, where you zoom in on it, you can see the pixels. The vector is a clean line.
Yeah.
So it gives you a better result.
It does, and the best way to explain it is if anyone has a cutter, like a vinyl cutter, like a Brother Scan and Cut, yeah, it's that same line.
Okay, so it's the same clean
line. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so this wizard turns your bad graphics. Now it doesn't do miracles. There's some stuff that I've seen pictures and scans that are just wrong images. You got to start with something that has some good artwork, but it will make it better. And then what happens because of that?
So because of that, like this, it found the line. You can see those little black lines around it. So it's vectorized at this point. And when you go on from here, you just hit finish and it's going to bring in that design and it's going to be digitized and ready to go.
That's awesome.
So it's just a really simple way of doing it. Getting started with embroidery.
So all these tools, starting with the Save to Sew. The Save to Sew would be the reason I would buy this. If you have an embroidery machine, you want to have better embroidery, you buy FTC-U. Lettering. I mean, to me, that's a natural. There's so many designs out there that you buy that are good that you may just want to add something personalization. Okay, but you never get exactly what you want. So that's where you have all these one-click wonders.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And you have auto digitizing. Now, you kept mentioning the masterclass.
Yeah.
Tell us about the masterclass.
Okay, so the masterclass is something that I've been working on for.
Well, why don't you show us on the screen?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can bring that
because this is something that is your baby.
Yeah, it is, and basically, this is what I've always wanted to do after working on the software for so many years and hearing from customers wanting more education. And so what I did is I tried to create a product that would work for anyone, regardless if they're a brand new beginner or they're advanced. There is stuff in here for everybody. And so, for example, like you can see on the screen, I've got, just as one part of it, over 100 lessons that are focused on different areas of like getting started, creating designs, doing lettering, and how these work are, you open it up and you can see over here, there's a lot of different sections here, but there's this video that you get to watch. You get to play it, rewind, pause, and you also get this little PDF and you get to download the file. So like how this is designed is, it's not just me showing you how to do it, you're actually creating something.
So if a person truly wants to get maybe a deep dig down, get into the Floriani software and learn every aspect of it, but they don't know anything about it,
Yep.
Do you start with that?
Yes, that's exactly where it starts, because it starts from the absolute beginning, and the projects build on each other. So as you get going, there's even practice lessons where I give you a little bit less instruction to get you to kind of think about what you're doing, and I give you a little reference.
And then eventually you take the training wheels off.
Yes,
and you have them do
exactly.
it. So again, how many videos?
Well, there's well over 400 videos in it.
So just to give you an idea, when I would send my staff to training for Floriani, or when they'd watch videos, a lot of them are what you created.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay. And so DJ was really developing their education program. Now this is your own thing. This is exclusive to you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the videos, but also there's more, right? That there's ongoing.
There's a lot to it. So as another example, like you can see this.
Okay, well, we're gonna bring the screen up here. We got our guys talking about something else on the screen. So, all right, this is live. So there we go.
Yeah. So there's this design here, and so this is a whole section where I love, because you get to download the same image, you get to bring it up on your screen, and I break down how to create this design from start to finish, and you do it along with me. So I break it up into a number of videos to make it shorter for each section. And by the time we're done working through it together, you have this design
that's
created.
Incredible. Okay.
And
so everybody who has FTC-U needs this.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to get something out of your investment, I would say that this is probably the best way to learn how to utilize that software.
All right. So now what else?
So we also have, I put together training on the other software programs that you can add into the Floriani FTC-U.
Okay, so we're going to talk about those shortly.
Yeah, and we will. And so I just included that. That's part of it. And then what I introduced this year, which is a lot of fun for me, and I've gotten a lot of really, really good feedback on, is going deep into topics. So like you were talking about lettering before, this lettering goes into the absolute ins and outs of using those text tools.
Let's show the full screen so that they can see the whole time. There we go. So you get the lettering there. And so I like lettering. So
and so I go in really deep with it. So like if you want to learn how to use that, because everyone does lettering. You know, and so you get to learn everything about that lettering tool, all those tools. And then I did a deep dive session into making in the hoop quilt blocks.
Okay, we're going to talk about that.
Which is a lot of fun. Something I got passionate about when we started doing Total Quilter. And then embroidery patches was the last thing that I did, and it's a lot of fun.
That is so common today, because especially with the popularity of the multi-needle machines, and you can make a lot of money on patches.
You can.
And so you cover actually creating freestanding patches, or
freestanding patches, and I go into all the different techniques for doing it. So there's different ways. The hardest part for somebody that's getting started making a patch is knowing, how do I get that patch out of the stabilizer or that fabric from around it. So I teach 4 different ways of actually doing that too.
So one of the things about the Floriani FTC-U is it is pretty much, it's short of just a couple features of their professional software. And their professional software, what is that? $25,000-$30,000.
It can get pretty expensive.
And so what this master class is, that's what you call it, master class.
The FTC-U master class.
It will really unlock the features of FTC-U, and that's what I'm so impressed with this here. So what else are you going to show us about this?
So I just have a lot of how-to videos as well, just on different features. So there's over 80 of those that if you just want to learn about a tool specifically, you can go in and watch that. Those that aspire to learn how to create their own designs, if you really want to get deep into it, I have a whole series on that too. So that's over 24 hours of training on just creating your own designs, the ins and outs. And so are we talking about the bundle?
Yeah, there's that. Okay, thanks for telling me. Sorry, DJ. So you have put together a special bundle for our event. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. It's very special. It's something that worked on to bring here because anytime you do a live event, you really want to kind of showcase what
Yeah.
what you have.
And I made you come up with a good deal for my customers.
Yes, you did.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's tell me what's in the bundle. Tell them what's in the bundle, and then I want to go over that special price.
All right. So the bundle is pretty amazing. So all the stuff you saw me go through there, that's the FTC-U masterclass. That's part of the bundle, right? And from there, I threw together some like fonts. So like this is a brand new font I just created. It's a really fun, neat font.
Which one is that?
This is the faux chenille. So
okay.
It has a lot of texture. You can see it kind of in the tee. If you see it in person, it just adds a lot of texture to it. And then like a keyboard font for the software right here.
Okay.
Just some fun stuff. And then also this design collection that I created.
Okay. All right. So they get that. You can't have too many designs.
You can't. And this was so much fun. I utilized special features of the software to do it. It's pretty amazing.
Okay.
And then I have some other stuff like I created an in the hoop face mask.
So basically, you're just giving them a lot of extra stuff, and you don't even have to because they would buy it for the masterclass alone.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what they are doing is buying that. So I've just kind of added this stuff. Been working hard the last couple of weeks creating some stuff. This face mask is a great one. It has 3 different sizes, and I teach you actually how to put your own design on top of it if you want to. It's all in one hooping. You create it all in one hooping.
And I know that those rules have relaxed, so I hope we never have to put another one out there. But there it is.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I do a whole series. Everyone loves to do applique, right? So I created this whole series on applique, and I go over all the different techniques, show you how to do it, help you to understand what is needed to make an applique design. And I show you all how to do that as well.
Okay.
And then this was probably the biggest project that I've undertaken. And that was one of my biggest frustrations about manuals is that you get some pictures and you get some icons or some images. So what I did is I created the manual that I always wanted for FTC-U. And what it
says interactive. So that's
that's the part of it that most manuals are just kind of flat, meaning it's just images and words.
Okay, so let's bring that screen up there.
So this is like an example of a page. This is page 243. There's about 400 pages here. And so this is just showing some information, but you can see like this one's highlighted a little bit. With this interactive manual, anything that has a little highlight around it, if you click it, it takes you right to a video.
Okay, that's awesome.
And so you get to actually learn it, not just see it and read it.
They're going to buy this for that manual alone.
This manual, I've never talked about it. This is brand new of just a PDF version. And it has tons of videos embedded into it.
So we added everything up. And there's more stuff. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, I mean, I forgot. But there is so much stuff.
So they get monthly designs.
Yeah, I do designs monthly. I do a block of the month. I create fonts every month, so I give them a free font.
You didn't tell me this. Quick, stall them. I'm going to change the price on my slide.
Well, I got focused on the one things I got thinking about. I'm like, I forgot. I do the free designs block of the month, and I make a new font every single month, and I give that. And they get to install it right into the software. Really easy. And then I do tips and tricks videos and bonus videos.
You sure you don't want to raise the price?
I would love to.
Okay, but it's already there. All right, no, let's go ahead and show my slide here. Okay, so this is the special. So all the stuff that he put a total value of $731. I'm going to talk to you. You need to raise it. Truly, what he's including with this is the education, the FTC-U masterclass. So this is for you who already own the FTC-U, $347. Now, if you don't get this, you're going to kick yourself because you only have till Sunday to get this special bundle. And by the time I'm done with him, after 2 days, I'm going to tell him it's too inexpensive. You're not valuing your effort, your work. Believe me, the effort he has put together in this, the amount of time.
Oh.
This is a compliment here. I know what you've done.
Yeah.
This is a deal. And so $347, you get everything. Now, here's what happens. I decided to let 2 of my staff members stay on later. So we actually have live people that can take your phone call. They're excited. And they're excited about the software. They're glad that DJ's here for the next 2 days. So if you want to call 714-279-6830 and you want to order this. Now, you can click on the link and order, go to our website. But this right here, they're ready to take the order for $347. And now if you live locally, then that would be taxed there. But if you're out of the state of California, no tax. And what's going to happen is they're going to take the order, and then next week, you're going to send them a link to get all the information here. So believe me, this is a time that if you own FTC-U, you want to purchase this. Now, this is going to be valid through Sunday. Now, again, that's the number of the store. We're open here a little later. We're on the West Coast, so we're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday and Saturday. And then I'm going to give you an 800 number if we're off after hours if you want to leave a message here. But you want to take advantage of this. But it ends Sunday. After Sunday, you won't be able to get this master class together. So now, that again, if you own FTC-U, let's talk about the world's most powerful software. We talked about the different features. You showed it. Okay. Save to sew. If you have an embroidery machine, you buy it for that. But our number one feature is you get free upgrades on this software for life. Okay, so free upgrades for life. Now, here's the thing. Now, I just remember we turned the phone's numbers, or the phone ringer down. So, gals, you might want to turn the phone up to see if there's ringing coming in. So now you can answer that. So calls are coming in. So the point is that free upgrades for life. What does that mean? Have you ever bought a software program and all of a sudden there's a new program and you have to buy an upgrade? Now you hear the phone ringing? So now the phones are ringing. Now we turn the ringer on, so keep calling. So the point is free upgrades. Wouldn't you like to buy a software and never have to pay for an upgrade again? Well, that's the thing about it. Now, what was the major upgrade that came, I think it was last summer?
Yeah, there was a number of exciting features in there.
Photos. That's
the
what I want.
Photo to stitches.
Okay, show us that feature, because what I love about photos to stitches is that you can take your photos and turn them into embroidery. So go ahead, and we're going to bring that up here to the screen. Okay.
Photo to stitches is a new product that I'm just going to go right into it. All I have to do is click on this icon here, and I've got to find an image. And so one of the images I'm going to show you, I worked a lot with Walter Floriani, and we've actually created this design right here.
There's Walter, yep.
And the great thing about it is you bring in an image. The first thing you do is you just size it to whatever you need it to be. I'm just going to say a 10-inch design here. And you click on next, and it's going to, you can already see on my screen, it's already figured out how to do this design. And the great thing is that you have different settings. Like if you want to increase like the clarity in the design, or bring some elements out, like you can see right there. You have a number of different options right here, and it does a pretty good job just as it is without making any changes.
Well, I like that, because usually with the changes I make don't look as good as the automatics.
Yeah, and so I can just take this design right here, and when I hit finish, it's going to actually bring it up on the screen, and you can see it here. I can put in 3D view for you.
Now we have some of these samples stitched out. Let's go ahead and go to the camera that we have here. So now, pardon the reflection of the light, but that is actually an embroidery stitched out of Walter Floriani in a frame. And we miss you, Walter.
Yes, we do.
And so let's go on to some of the other samples of designs. We'll go on down to...
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Look at the stitches.
I love this sample.
So the thing is, this was a free upgrade.
Yes.
And that's what's huge about this issue. You'll never be able to... let's go ahead and go to the computer screen here again. Go to one last sample. Oh, look at that one. That one's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't have to pay for that. And that's what's huge here. So let me go ahead. I'm going to go over to a couple other things about it. So why do we like FTC-U? Well, I said save to sew. You have an embroidery machine, buy it for that. Free upgrades for life. It has all those other features. But there's a product that they introduced last summer, and it's called the Universal Bundle. Okay. And there's separate programs that they have out that they've now added all into one program, and that's called the Floriani Universal Bundle. So DJ, kind of explain what that is. Maybe you can go to some of the components.
Yeah, the Universal Bundle is really exciting because what the Floriani software has the capability of doing is taking those other programs, which are Total Quilter. Okay. You have Sketch-A-Stitch, which is a lot of fun to draw your own stitches.
I played with that, yeah.
Yeah, Lettering Master. So that's if you want to take like those true type fonts and convert them into fonts.
Okay, all right. So it actually takes, and all those fonts we have in FTC-U, you can take the true type and actually make it into an alphabet. Yes. You can do all the different editing. Basically, it digitizes it.
It does, and it works just like the other fonts that come with the system.
I know you have some slides of some of the things here, so we're going to switch to his computer, and so he can show just some of the elements of the Universal Bundle.
Yeah, so like what I have up here is a block. This would be like something typical that you would find in the Total Quilter. And even if, I just want to point this out, even if you don't quilt, there are so many features in this that you can use for your regular embroidery designs.
Okay. So let me ask you this. A lot of my customers, they want to do what a long arm quilting machine does, but they don't have room for it.
Yeah.
Are you saying that now this is a block. This is a block that you actually pull down on the screen. So this is a premium.
Yep.
Let me have you, let's see what this is. So you have all this different types of pre-made blocks.
Yep.
Okay? But
and different, all these categories.
Could they take a picture of their quilt block and put it in here and do the same thing?
Yes, they can. And if you take a picture of it, it has a way for you to scale it, and you can actually create stitches to stitch directly onto that block as well.
So you got these motif stitches.
Yep.
Okay, and then you have automatic fills and stippling fills, and
and that's the one thing that I use even for my regular designs. I use the stipple fills constantly. So it's like something that you don't get in just the regular FTC-U, but when you get the Total Quilter or the Universal Bundle, you get access to all of those.
So Total Quilter is a separate program, but now under the Universal Bundle, it's complete under here.
Integrated.
That's the right word. Okay. So it's one program now. What else?
So like another thing that you can do if you, I like to make quilt blocks and I like to do them in the hoop. It's just, it's a lot of fun. I've made a lot of quilts now, and it has a layout program built into it that you get to take that block, which you just saw right here, and lay it out by however many rows.
So you're basically building your quilt.
Yes. And not only that, but it exports everything that you need at your machine to stitch it out. So not only do you get to design it and you get to lay it out, but then you're going to get all the files that you need to actually make it. And the one great thing is, talking about cutters again, is it will actually create the cut files for a scan and cut, so you can cut the fabric.
But not just scan and cut. It exports to what
silhouette,
the Cricut,
of those,
because they all work with SVG, right? Okay, so basically, if you wanted, you created that and you wanted those pieces cut, you can use your cutter. Okay. That one program is very powerful.
Oh yeah, and it does it for you.
Okay.
So there isn't like something you have to do and change and convert. It will actually create all of that for you.
So I happen to know that program by itself was about $1,700.
It is, yeah.
Okay. And you can still buy it by itself, but we're not talking about that.
Yes, you can.
We're talking about part of the Universal Bundle. What is another program that's part of that?
So another program, we have the Lettering Master, but that's just making a font.
Yeah.
Sketch-A-Stitch, which is drawing. You're basically drawing stitches.
You know what? I can do a whole seminar on that alone. Basically, my daughter will take an iPad and just start drawing. Okay, and so the point is that it automatically right on the screen with the stylus, because it comes with the iPad app, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you can actually use an iPad and create stitches and sketches. I mean, it's
Yeah.
totally made. So that's a standalone program normally. It's part of
Yes.
this.
And then what is $600 program
yeah.
by itself?
By
Yeah.
itself. Okay, and then the fourth one is
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Okay,
And
so show us about Rainbow software.
okay, so this is just a quick demo. So this is like a standard design that actually uses one of the new features too of the ripple fill that was introduced this summer. And with Rainbow.
Okay, so first of all, that is basically two colors.
Two colors.
Two colors. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see it's like this pinkish color and the blue.
Okay.
And if I just select it, Rainbow, I can just come up here and click on the icon here and watch what it does. So
that's not variegated thread.
This is not variegated thread. And so what it does is it creates these stops and it changes colors throughout it. So it's just following and it's just going around, changes colors. And I can even say, you know what, that's too much yellow for me. I want to back it down. And you'll see that there'll be less yellow, or I can do more of this green color.
That is the best example I've ever seen of this program. And I've sold a lot of this program, but that truly explains why this is such a powerful program, because embroidery is all about color, all about thread.
It is.
Okay.
It transforms a design.
Yeah. So we have a sample of this here. Let's go ahead and show this here on the there it is. But if we can zoom in on this here.
Yeah.
I want you to see this is not variegated thread. That look at the way that's changed. Those are thread stops that are put into that design. Oh, that is amazing. And so you can do that with any design, right?
Any design.
Okay.
It works with any design.
Oh, so that is called Rainbow. Okay, so thank you. So we're going to go back to the Universal Bundle. Okay, so what's unique? The FTC-U, it is by far the most powerful software program out there. But now they've made it better by combining 4 separate programs all in one, all under one program. Okay?
Yes.
So you can access all this. Okay, so now we've got an event special. You didn't think we would let this go, right? Okay, so this is a special for our event, and it's a special tonight through Sunday. Okay, it was designed for our in-person events tomorrow and the next day, but we decided to offer it virtual. So I know I'm going to get in trouble for doing a couple things here. So what's included? Okay, so now bonus number 1. I didn't realize that they reinstituted this, but I think they did it for this event. They're gonna, when you register the software, Floriani is going to send you these plug-in packs. It's 15 You Design It packs. Now, what's cool about this? I mean, it's so easy. It's basically, one of them is monsters. Okay, so you choose the body, you choose the legs, you choose the arms, you choose basically you build a new design. Okay, so the point is, how many monsters you want to stitch out? Well, they're kind of cool, actually. There's all kinds of different types of them. And the point is it gets you to learn the software programs. And so when you're done, you've got this finished design. Wow, that's scary. Okay, so that monster it's an interactive pack. Now, it's not just, we said there's 15 different titles. So you've got titles that are to different floral, different monster trucks, got to have those. You've got different labels, birthday labels, all different programs. Okay, so each one of these packs would normally sell for $199. I believe that's pretty close to it. Okay, so the first bonus for buying tonight or tomorrow or through Sunday is, once you register, you get this in the mail to you, 15 of those design packs. You get your masterclass. You didn't think I was not going to include that. That's a bundle. Okay, so everybody who's watching this that don't have FTC-U, if you buy it, the Universal Bundle tonight, you get that complete bundle from DJ. And that's cool. Okay, so now if we add everything up, $9,778. Now, that is total retail, but I happen to know if we were talking about Floriani FTC, they don't call it the professional series, we'd be at $30,000. It would have a few features that you wouldn't use on a household machine anyway, but mostly the same thing. So that alone is the great value. So what is the price?
I'm not saying. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'll
All
let
right,
you
so
get in trouble, not me.
I can tell you, okay, you can't buy this on a website, but I'm going to tell you the price, okay? So first of all, those who have a calculator, it's 79% off. Well, I'm not going to make it. Should I make them use a calculator?
It's up to you.
$19.99, $1,999, and we cannot sell it on our website. You have to give us a call, and this is a price that our stores can't even offer at our other stores. You have to call this number, and the number is 714-279-6830. Now, I will tell you, we will be here for about another hour tonight. This is what night? It's Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Okay, we're Pacific time, and right now it is 6:30. 6:16. Okay, see, I wasn't too long. I thought maybe an hour. Okay, so we're going to be here for about another hour. Let's say we'll be here till 8 o'clock Pacific time. Right? Okay. All right. So we'll answer that. After that, we'll go to voicemail, or you can call tomorrow, and that is Friday. What is the date tomorrow? March
the 11th.
11th. Because some people are going to come up upon this after the fact. And so we're going to be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. Okay. And then the next day, which is Saturday the 12th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, if you call after hours, it will go to voicemail. Leave a message. Okay. But the point is, for $1,999 plus tax if you live in California, no tax if you live out of state, you're going to get, what was that, over $9,700 worth of product. Never before has this bundle been put together. Now, for those who already have FTC-U, first of all, buy that masterclass, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, by the way, the masterclass, you covered all the expansion packs, all the different things, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So you have FTC-U and you want the universal bundle. You can buy the expansion pack. That is, the 4 programs will now be integrated into one. Now, some of you may have one of those programs, but you don't have the savings. By the time you get the savings, if you added up everything here, it would be $24.98 normally. You get it all for $599.99. But you can't buy that on our website because we're going to deny this video exists. And it will be gone Sunday. It'll be gone Sunday. So you got to call us at 714-279-6830. Okay. I'm going to get in so much trouble. We happen to know someone that works at R&K that we won't mention her name, Beth, that she's not going to be happy about this here. So she's off the hook.
Beth, it's not my fault.
No. So call us at 714-279-6830 again to order this. And so, but don't forget, you already own FTC-U. You want to buy the masterclass, DJ's masterclass. That is, I will tell you, if you see this again after this event, it'll be a higher price, and you can blame me because I'm going to convince you that you are underselling the value of this, truly. So $347. This is for the person that already has the FTC-U. Now, by the way, I will tell you, let's go back to the expansion pack. It does not come with the masterclass. So if you have FTC-U and you want to buy the expansion pack, do, and then buy the masterclass
bundle.
But if you buy the total universal bundle as everything, you get everything. Okay. So when does this end? I already gave this number. Okay.
Sunday.
Okay. So, but we're closed on Sunday. So how are you going to get a hold of us? Okay. And it's last minute. How do we know you get a hold of us? The sale ends on the 13th, right? How are you going to get a hold of us? You're going to call our 800 number. 1-800-865-9664. Okay. And so let's say you don't get a hold of us the next 2 days, but you last minute you see this, call and leave a message. And we know that you registered that message by Sunday. We will honor that price, even though we don't call you back till Monday or Tuesday. We're already getting so many calls here. So you got to get your voicemail in here. So let's go ahead. DJ, thank you. Thank you for coming here. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the next 2 days. I know a lot of people out there, they're coming to this event. What do you have to say to everybody that's watching us here?
Oh, well, thank you very much
at that camera right
for
there.
Watching. Yeah. There's so many cameras now. I'm honored to be here. I put a lot of time and effort into making these resources, and I want everybody to enjoy using their software. And that's why I'm doing this.
You have a passion for the software. And I will say that I've learned, just in talking with him, I've learned so much about the software, and just the videos that you're gonna get to access. And I like the one about the digitizing, where you pause and you digitize sections.
Mhm.
First of all, if you are local to Southern California, Orange County area, we still have space in our face-to-face. We have an event that starts tomorrow from 9 to 5, and then Saturday 9 to 5. And so you can call the store and get in there. If you want to show up at the door, we may have to order extra food for you. It's $29. Okay, if you're local, and we're going to feed you, and you're going to be able to. He's going to go in depth. But I'm just so glad we were able to at least kind of give some summation of everything.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for tomorrow. I can't wait to just show everyone how easy it can be.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
use it.
blast. Okay, so again, for people out there, Facebook, give us a call. Local, our number here at the store, 714-279-6830. But if you see this and it's after hours, or you by Sunday, you want to get one of these special deals, 1-800-865-9664. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye.